I sat front row at UFC 299 and met Donald Trump. Here's how it happened. What is up, guys? My name is Royce Chamberlin. I am a videographer based out in Tampa, Florida, but recently I was in Miami, Florida at UFC 299. It was a wild trip. We were in Miami filming something else. We were at Trump Doral filming their whole exquisite property. That was a lot of fun, but at the end of our trip, it was Saturday night, we got the invite from Dana White to come to UFC 299, and it was an experience. We were taken backstage. We can't show you any of this footage yet because we're not able to release it. We've got to get it all approved by UFC and all this stuff to show backstage, so I can't show you that, but I can show you what it was like in the arena, sitting in the front row with all the celebrities. It was insane. When we first got there and we got into the actual event, it was empty. A lot of empty seats, right? But the thing was just getting going. The doors had just opened. So very quickly, rapidly, the whole place, the whole arena had filled up and was full, raging people just screaming at these people fighting. It was the loudest arena I've ever been in. I've been to football games. I've only been to football games, but this was the loudest event I'd ever been to. The loudest roar I've ever heard at an event was UFC 299. And when we got there, I was there with Bennyjohnson. I work for him. I'm his videographer. I was there with Bennyjohnson and ALX. And we were put in what's called the celebrity section. I believe that's what they called it. So we were put in this special section off to the side. It was cool. There was popular people all around me. We were very close to the actual event, so we had great seats, weren't upset. And then we all left to get some food. And when we came back, our stickers, there were stickers on the seats that had our names. The stickers were gone. And we start to look at each other and we're like, are we going to get kicked out? And Dana White make a mistake and say, oh, no, wrong people. They're in the back. I don't know. Starting to get a little nervous. Send a couple texts out. Come to find out, Dana White himself had requested that we get moved to the front row in with like the elites. I don't know what you'd call them, but I sat right in front of Aiden Ross, right next to Dave Portnoy, the mayor of Miami. All the Nelk boys were there, saw all them, saw Logan Paul from a distance, saw Mr. Beast from a distance, saw Grant Cardone from a distance. All these cool people, KSI was there, all these cool people were there. I could see them all, and we're enjoying this. A UFC fight is unlike any sports event or sports game that you'll ever go to, I think, because there's nothing quite like watching people punch each other in the face. Going to a football game, they're throwing footballs around and they're tackling each other. It's fun, it's cool, it's exciting. But when people are beating the crap out of each other, you can't help but watch. If it's happening on the street right next to you, you can't help but watch. Especially not at an event like this where the crowd is roaring, the energy is high. So we were having a good time. And then before we knew it, the lights went down and the crowd started to roar, and we look over and comes in the room, is Donald J. Trump. He walks in, he walks right past me. I'm filming the whole thing, right? Because we're making a video out of this for Benny. He walks right past me, walks over there. The crowd is roaring. The people love Donald Trump. I don't care what you think about him. When Donald Trump walks into an arena, people get excited. Celebrities are getting excited. Celebrities who probably don't, at least publicly, support him are going up and getting pictures with the man because he's a popular dude, nonetheless. So he's there, and after a short while, we got our chance to go up to Donald Trump and say hi to him. I've met him before. If you saw my video, you can click right there if you want to see it. We made a video where we flew on a plane with Donald Trump. That was sick. Shook his hand there, got to meet him there. But we got a chance to go up and say hi to him again at UFC 299. Benny got his photo, ALX got his photo, and I got my photo. But let's rewind a little bit back to ALX's photo. I was given the task of taking the photo for ALX and Donald Trump, and I'm a shorter guy compared to them. They're like 6'4", 6'5", something tall. They're tall dudes, both of them. And I hold my phone up normal, to take a photo. We'll play you the clip here in a second, but Donald Trump basically gave me photography tips. That's right, he told me, he said, hold it higher, hold the camera higher. Which is just a highlight of the day as well. Just getting any sort of like, anything from Donald Trump is gonna be fun. And I got it all, you know, people were wondering like, were you videoing? Or did you mistakenly video instead of taking a photo? No, I took live photos, took those 2 live photos. You can save the videos, they're 3 seconds long. So I had to take 2 live photos, convert them to video, and then smush them together, posted that on X. As of right now, it's at like 500,000 views on X on my account, which if you don't follow me on X, you're making a mistake. You should follow me on X so you can get awesome content like that. But that happened. That was very exciting. After the main fight was over, which was so exciting. It was so cool to watch. Bloody, bruised, fighting. It was such a good fight. After the fight was over, Donald Trump was escorted out, Secret Service, and then all the celebritoires kind of congregated into this back lounge area. And that's where I kind of got up close and saw Logan Paul and some of these other celebrities. Funny story, I didn't get to talk to Logan Paul. He was talking to somebody else, but I wanted to say hi because we have a mutual friend. So I kind of just slapped him on the shoulder and said, yo, what's up, man? And he kept walking. I don't even know if he acknowledged me. He's probably getting slapped all over the place. He's used to it being in boxing and WWE, but whatever. I did that and it was funny. And then we went through the night. Keep in mind the fight, the last fight, there's like 15 fights on the card. The last fight, the main event fight, ended at like 2 a.m. So we ended up not getting back to Trump Doral, which is where we're staying, till like 4 a.m. Ended up staying up to like 5:30, and then had to get up at like 7 the next morning to fly back to Tampa. So I was very much exhausted, but it was all worth it. And it was such an incredible trip and it was so much fun. And UFC was definitely the highlight just because I've never been to one. I've never been around that kind of energy, let alone, you know, being with Donald Trump of all people in that kind of room with that kind of energy. So to kind of sum it up really quick, UFC itself, coolest sports event ever, I think. I'd love to go back to another one. I really, really want to. There's one in Las Vegas coming up, UFC 300. I'd love to go to that. But again, I've seen sports. I've been to other sporting events, football, right? Multiple football games. And there's just nothing quite like the UFC. The energy, the crowd, the people, the sport itself of fighting in the UFC is so cool. The octagon. And I know I can't say that this is like your average experience because I sat front row with high-level people. Really, I mean, front row, you're as close as you can get. Joe Rogan was there, Dana White was there, obviously we saw them, said hi. But for me, having the opportunity to experience it in this way is unforgettable, right? I think anybody would love to have this opportunity. I'm blessed, absolutely blessed to have it. And my favorite thing that I got out of it is obviously the photo with Donald Trump. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got a glimpse of my experience. I hope you guys subscribe to get more updates on the cool stuff that I'm doing with Benny and traveling and photography or videography tips. Not photography, take that back. I don't do photography. That just came out of my mouth. Videography is what I do. Don't forget to follow me on X and my other social medias. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.